Welcome to your personalized deep dive into AI.
Oh, wow. Personalized.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Today, we're going to be tackling this whole field, this fascinating field of AI,
Yeah.
but with a twist.
Okay. A twist.
Yeah, we're exploring how to learn AI really efficiently,
Mm-hmm.
especially for someone like you who wants to, like, grasp the essentials,
Yeah.
but without, like, feeling totally overwhelmed.
Right. Right.
So,
I like it.
it's all starting with this recent article from Katie Nuggets.
Okay.
It was published November 11th, 2024.
Pretty recent.
Yeah, pretty recent. And it's called How to Learn AI the Lazy Way.
Ooh, lazy learning.
I know.
That's interesting.
I saw that and I was like, lazy learning.
Yeah.
Wait, can you really learn something as complex as AI by taking shortcuts?
Right?
But the more I thought about it, I was like,
Yeah.
that's actually,
There might be something to this.
yeah, kind of intriguing, right?
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of reframing lazy as strategic.
Oh,
It's not about cutting corners. It's more about figuring out which corners are the most important
yeah.
and then finding the most, like, efficient path to get to your goal.
Okay, so it's like being smart about it.
Right. Exactly.
So let's unpack this whole strategic laziness idea, okay?
Yeah.
One of the things that the article suggests that's really bold
Okay.
is actually ditching the code.
Whoa.
I know, at least initially.
Okay.
They actually recommend starting with no-code AI tools.
Oh, interesting.
I know, right? And they actually mention these specific tools like Olama,
Yeah.
Yan,
Yeah.
and Stability Diffusion UI.
Those are some pretty interesting tools, yeah.
They almost sound like, to me, like something out of a sci-fi movie.
I know, right?
But are these tools really powerful enough to give someone a good, solid foundation in AI?
So that's the surprising thing. They are.
Oh, wow.
They are incredibly powerful, these platforms.
Okay.
And you can experiment with AI models and see, like, real tangible results without needing to code. You can imagine, like, you could build a simple image recognition app or even like a chatbot
Okay.
without any coding experience.
Wow.
It's about experiencing, like, the power of AI firsthand,
Right.
which can be, like, really motivating,
I see.
especially if someone might feel intimidated by the technical aspect.
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah.
So it's like offering them a taste
Yes.
of what's possible, like before they even have to step into the kitchen, so to speak.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it can spark that interest and make the whole field seem less scary.
What's daunting?
Yeah, daunting, exactly.
Right, right.
It's about building, like, confidence and momentum.
Okay.
Instead of getting stuck in syntax errors
Oh, yeah.
or debugging, you're
Yeah.
focusing on, like, the core concepts of AI and seeing how they can translate to, like, real world stuff.
I like that.
Yeah,
So I'm starting to get it.
yeah.
But if we're not diving, like, headfirst into coding, how do we even start to grasp these fundamentals of AI?
Yeah, that's a good point.
Like, the article suggests we turn to YouTube.
Oh, okay.
I know, right? YouTube for learning AI.
Interesting.
Are we just talking about cat videos?
Right.
Or, makeup tutorials here?
Not exactly.
Right.
I mean, yeah, YouTube has a ton of entertainment,
Yeah.
but it's also become, like, an amazing place to learn anything,
It really has.
pretty much.
Yeah.
And AI is no exception.
Okay.
So you've got channels like 3 Blue 1 Brown
Yeah.
and 2 Minute Papers.
Yeah.
They're known for breaking down these complex topics into really digestible,
Right.
like, visually engaging explanations.
I see.
They're like the cool professors you wish you had in college.
Yeah, I get it.
Engaging, entertaining, and, surprisingly informative.
I've actually seen some of the 3 Blue 1 Brown videos.
Yeah.
Those animations are, like, mind-blowing.
Oh, great,
Yeah, to
right.
make even the most abstract, like, mathematical concepts, they almost seem intuitive.
Yeah, they make it really easy to understand.
But are these YouTube channels really enough
Right.
to give someone a solid understanding of AI?
Yeah.
Or is it more about just getting a taste of the field?
I think they're definitely a great starting point.
Okay.
So they can help you get familiar with some of those key concepts
Okay.
and build a little bit of a foundation.
So it's like building that initial excitement, right?
Yeah, exactly.
And then getting comfortable with the language of AI.
Right.
And that can then lead to, like, more structured learning.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
So it's about finding the resources that work best for your style of learning.
Yeah.
Make it enjoyable.
I like that.
And for people who want something more structured, a little more interactive. The article also talks about platforms like Codecademy and DataCamp.
You know, I've actually I've dabbled in Codecademy,
Yeah.
and I was so amazed by how they've gamified the learning process.
It's really cool.
It's almost addictive. You're like earning points and completing challenges.
Yeah.
And you're leveling up your skills.
Yep.
But at the same time, you're learning, these valuable coding concepts.
Yeah.
And that gamification, it's really effective, I think.
Yeah. For a lot of learners, it's great.
Yeah.
It turns something that could be kind of boring
Right.
into something that's really engaging
Yeah.
and rewarding.
I see that.
Yeah. And then platforms like DataCamp,
Mm-hmm.
they offer more kind of specialized courses
Okay.
focused specifically on data science and AI.
Oh, okay.
And that can be like a good next step once you've got,
Right.
a little bit of that basic understanding.
Yeah. It's almost like building a skill tree
Yeah.
in a video game.
Exactly.
Right. You're starting with those basic skills,
Mhm.
and then you gradually unlock,
Right.
more advanced abilities as you go.
And you're actually using it. You're not just like reading it.
Right.
You're doing it, which is really helpful for learning.
I see.
And you often get these, certificates when you're done.
Okay.
And you can,
Bragging rights.
bragging rights, put it on LinkedIn.
LinkedIn, yeah. I got to admit,
Yeah.
I'm a sucker for those digital badges.
Me too.
It's like,
It's a little reward.
yeah, like
Yeah.
little pat on the back, like, hey,
Exactly.
good job.
You did it.
You did it. Yeah.
Yeah.
But honestly, the real value of these platforms,
Right.
I think,
Yeah.
is the hands-on experience.
That's a key takeaway. It's
Right.
not just about like the theory.
Right.
It's about those practical skills
Yeah.
that you can then use on real projects.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
And speaking of projects,
Okay.
the article really emphasizes
Yeah.
starting small,
Right.
manageable.
Little baby steps.
Right.
Yeah.
So they recommend tackling things
Okay.
like building a simple chatbot
Okay.
or a basic image classifier.
Oh, sad.
Hold on. Building a chatbot.
Yeah.
Doesn't that require some serious coding skills?
Yeah. It sounds like a lot.
I mean, I can barely figure out how to change my email signature.
Right.
How is someone with limited coding experience
Yeah.
going to tackle something like that?
Good question. So that's where this whole approach gets really smart.
Okay.
It's not about, reinventing the wheel or anything.
right.
The article says to leverage those existing AI libraries,
Okay.
frameworks, tools, things like that.
Okay.
So things like Transformers,
Uh-huh.
PyTorch, Keras.
Okay, I'm going to need a quick ELI 5 on those.
Okay, yeah.
I've heard the names,
Right.
but I'm not really sure what those libraries actually do.
Yeah, so think of them as pre-built sets of code
Okay.
that are specifically designed for AI tasks.
Okay.
So PyTorch, for example, it's really good for building deep learning models.
Yeah.
Basically, these libraries, they give you those building blocks that you need to create, these complex AI applications,
Yeah.
but without having to write all the code from scratch.
So it's like having a set of Lego bricks
Yes.
that are already designed to build
Yeah.
certain structures.
Yeah.
You can still be creative, build something unique,
Right.
but you don't have to worry about molding the plastic yourself.
Exactly. Exactly.
I like that. Okay.
And this leads to another really practical tip from the article.
Okay.
Embrace the copy-paste method.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Are we really saying to copy and paste code?
I know it
Sounds
like
a little, ethically questionable.
right.
And wouldn't that prevent you from actually learning how to code?
So it's not about plagiarizing.
Okay.
It's more about using that existing code as a learning tool.
Okay.
So you've got websites like GitHub,
Yeah.
Kaggle.
Yeah.
They're full of open source AI projects, code snippets. It's a huge library.
So instead of just staring at a blank screen,
Yes.
trying to figure out where to even begin,
Totally.
you can kind of look at how other people have solved similar problems
Right.
and use their code as a jumping off point.
Exactly.
Okay, I can see how that would be helpful.
Yeah.
But it still feels a little bit, I don't know, like cheating.
I know.
Yeah.
But think of it like learning to cook.
Okay.
You
Yeah.
follow recipes when you start,
Right.
but as you get more experience,
Yeah.
you start to understand those basic principles.
So it's more about using that code as like
Yeah,
a scaffold to build upon
exactly.
rather than just like
Blindly
copying and pasting.
Yeah, okay. And the article even takes it a step further.
Okay, how so?
They say to use like AI models like ChatGPT to actually generate code.
Wow.
You can like ask it to write code
Really?
for specific tasks.
And then you could like analyze that code and modify it.
Exactly, and learn from it.
That's like next level.
Right.
That's like having like an AI coding assistant
It's great.
right there with you.
It is pretty wild.
But wouldn't that like make you reliant on these tools?
Right.
What happens when you have to like code something without AI helping you?
Yeah, so it's about using those tools strategically.
Okay.
You're not trying to like replace your own skills.
Right.
You're more like enhancing them.
Okay.
Think of it like using a calculator
Uh-huh.
for like really complex math problems.
Okay.
You still need to understand the math behind it,
Yeah.
but the calculator just helps you do it faster
Right.
and avoid mistakes.
Okay, that's a good analogy.
Right.
It's about working smarter, not harder.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
Okay.
So we've got, those no-code tools,
Yeah.
the YouTube tutorials, those interactive platforms,
Uh-huh.
and even using like existing code.
It sounds like there's so many different ways
Right.
to learn AI.
Yeah.
But it also feels a little bit, I don't know, overwhelming.
Right. Yeah.
Like drinking from a fire hose.
Totally. And that's where I think
Yeah.
the human element comes in.
Yeah.
The article talks about like finding your tribe,
Okay.
connecting with other people who are into AI.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Because learning anything new, it can feel
Isolating.
isolating. Yeah.
Especially when you hit those roadblocks.
Oh, yeah.
So having that community
Right.
for support, advice, inspiration, it can make a big difference.
I see that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So joining like AI communities,
Yeah.
whether it's on Reddit or LinkedIn or
Yeah, Discord, whatever.
Discord, yeah, it gives you that sense of like belonging,
Yeah. That camaraderie, yeah.
camaraderie, right?
It's a place to ask questions.
Yes.
You can share your projects, celebrate your wins, learn from what other people are doing.
I get it.
Yeah.
It's like having a study group, but on a global scale.
Exactly.
And
Exactly.
you could connect with anyone from
Yeah.
all over the world.
It's really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's not just about like the technical skills.
Right?
It's about becoming part of this, like
This whole ecosystem.
this vibrant, supportive ecosystem.
Exactly. And you never know who you're going to meet. You
Mhm.
could find collaborators,
Wow.
mentors,
Right.
or even job opportunities.
Right. Right. It's pretty cool. I got to admit, I was a little skeptical at first
Yeah.
about this whole lazy learning thing.
I know. It sounds kind of weird.
Yeah. But I'm starting to see the appeal.
Yeah.
It's not about being lazy, really.
No.
It's more about being like strategic, resourceful,
Yeah.
connected.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's about understanding that learning AI, it's a journey.
Oh,
It's not like a sprint,
right.
you
It's
know?
a marathon. Yeah.
And like any good journey, it's more enjoyable.
Right.
It's more rewarding when you have, a good map, the right tools
Right.
to go with you.
I like that. That's a good way to put it.
Yeah.
But I have to ask,
Yeah.
with all these resources, these different approaches,
Right.
where do you even begin?
Yeah. That's a good question.
How do you choose the right path
Yeah.
for your own AI learning journey?
It's a tough one.
It's like standing at the bottom of a mountain, right?
Yeah, totally.
There's so many paths
Yeah.
to the summit,
Uh-huh.
and it's tough to know like which one to choose.
Yeah, I think the most important thing is to think about your goals
Okay.
and what you're interested in.
Right.
What do you actually want to do with AI?
Now, what are you hoping to like achieve?
Right.
What problems are you passionate about like solving?
Exactly.
So instead of trying to like
yeah.
master every single aspect of AI,
Right, yeah.
you really focus in
On the things you're excited about.
yeah, the things that really excite you.
Exactly.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
But how do you actually translate that excitement
Right.
into like a real learning plan? I mean, where do you even start?
So I'm a big believer in
Yeah.
starting small,
Okay.
taking like little concrete steps.
Right.
So maybe you've always like been fascinated by the idea of building a program that can make music.
Okay.
Or you want to use AI to analyze financial data or something. Whatever it is, start by like breaking that big goal down
Okay.
into like smaller pieces.
So instead of saying, I want to learn AI,
Right.
you'd say like,
I want to build a program that can write a melody like Bach.
okay, yeah, I see that.
Yeah.
And then you can use like all the resources we talked about,
Yeah.
to actually start tackling those smaller steps.
So you could try out those no-code music tools.
Right.
Look at some YouTube videos on AI music composition. Maybe join a community like
Yeah.
AI music.
It's about using those resources in a really strategic way
Exactly.
to support your own, like, learning goals.
Exactly. Yeah.
And it sounds like experimentation is key here.
Definitely.
I mean, there's no one right way to learn AI, is there?
No, not at all.
It's about finding what works for you.
Yeah. And remember,
Yeah.
learning AI, it's not just about the technical stuff.
Right.
It's also about like that mindset,
Okay.
being curious, creative,
Yeah.
problem solving.
It's almost like embracing that
Yeah,
that childlike wonder, right?
totally.
Of discovery.
Being willing to try stuff, make mistakes.
Yeah, yeah. Make mistakes along the way.
Totally.
And
Yeah.
as you get more experience,
Right.
you'll start to develop like an intuition
Yeah.
for what works, what doesn't work.
Exactly.
And you'll start to see like
Yeah.
patterns
Connections.
that
right,
you didn't see before.
that you didn't see at first.
It's a journey of learning and
Yes.
growing.
Even for people who are already, Yeah.
Pretty knowledgeable about AI.
Exactly.
Because the field's always changing.
Right. It's always evolving.
There's always something new to learn.
Always.
Yeah.
Totally.
And who knows?
Right.
Maybe you'll discover something like,
Groundbreaking.
yeah, groundbreaking, right?
That's exciting.
That's an inspiring thought.
So as we wrap up
Yeah.
this this deep dive into learning AI the lazy way,
Yeah,
remember, it's not about shortcuts.
right.
It's about being smart, being resourceful.
It's about finding those tools and resources that like fit you,
exactly.
your
Yeah.
learning style,
Your goals.
your goals, yeah.
Uh-huh.
And don't be afraid to experiment,
Totally.
make mistakes,
That fun.
have fun, right?
It's important.
Because at the end of the day,
Yeah.
learning AI should be like an adventure,
Yes.
not just this daunting task.
Exactly.
So what AI project will you tackle first?
Yeah.